Good morning to all of you. आज आपण ट्रान्समिशन ऑफ द नर्व इम्पल्स हे नवीन एक टॉपिक अभ्यास करणार आहे. ओके, so what is the transmission of the impulse? You know that impulse is generated at the dendrite. Okay, so where is the dendrite? Suppose this is the skin. Okay, skin. On the skin, suppose we touched with a sharp needle. Okay, so at the point of the touching the needle, here is the dendrite. The dendrite is spread on the skin, and through the dendrite, the information, the touch information is passed into the dendron. Okay, this is the dendron. So this is transferring of the information or the impulse, and from the dendrite to dendron, and from the dendron this information, this impulse transfer to the cyton, and from the cyton this impulse transmit or conduct through the axon, and finally it reaching to the telodendron, and from the telodendron there is a gap, that is a synapsis. So this synaptic transmission we already studied in the last lecture. So today, how the impulse is transmitted through the dendrite and dendron, axon, and the cyton, and through the axon. So that is known as the transmission of the nerve impulse. So actually, what is the nerve impulse? So when touch on the skin, so we touch on the skin, and this touch stimuli is converting into electrical signal. That electrical signal is known as what is nerve impulse. Okay, this electrical signal how transfer from one point to another point, that is known as the transmission of the nerve impulse. Okay, how the nerve impulse transmitted? Before that, what is the nature of this axon and dendrite without transmitting any impulse? Means this dendron and axon is remaining in the resting stage. So not transmitting any impulse, that is known as a resting stage. Suppose this is the axon. This axon not transmitting any impulse, then we say that this is in the resting condition. Okay, resting condition. So during the resting condition, what is the nature of this axon? So during the resting condition, the outside remaining the positive. Okay, outside remaining positive, outside of the axon means extracellular fluid. This is known as the extracellular fluid, ECF, extracellular fluid. This extracellular fluid or outside the neuron, outside the axon, positive charge will be there. At the same time, inside the neuron, there is a negative charge. So how the negative charge inside and positive charge outside is maintained by the axon. Okay, let us see how it is maintained. So see, both inside and outside, sodium ions and potassium ions will be there. So this is the sodium ions and potassium ions, both present outside, and inside also present sodium and potassium. So then how the negative charge is maintained in the inside, and how the positive charge maintained outside. So when comparing the sodium and potassium, sodium is more outside. So sodium more outside, and potassium present inside is less. So there is a difference in the concentration of the potassium and sodium outside and inside. So the sodium more cations present outside, and less cations present inside. So automatically the outside become positive and inside become negative. Okay, sodium more outside, so it is a positive, and the sodium less inside, and the potassium also less inside, so that automatically become inside negative and outside become positive. Okay, the outside along with the sodium, it also containing chloride ions, still it become positive, but inside containing potassium ions, sodium ions less, and the potassium ions more potassium ions and sodium ions present less, but inside containing different type of the mineral ions. So, and these mineral ions, including the carbonic acid, HCO2, carbonic acid, and other negative charged ions like proteins, amino acid. So all these are present inside the amino acid. All these are the negatively charged ions that are present inside the neuron, inside the axon. So automatically the inside become negative and outside become positive. And this condition of the nerve or the neuron or the axon is known as the resting condition, or the potential present during the resting condition is known as the resting potential. Okay, when the neuron is not conducting any impulse, it is in the resting potential, and this resting potential is near about minus 70 millivolt. Okay, so how maintaining this minus 70 millivolt, that is resting potential, is a question. Okay, so I already say that outside मध्ये पॉझिटिव्ह चार्ज आहे, इनसाइड मध्ये नेगेटिव्ह चार्ज आहे. याच्या कारण म्हणजे आउटसाइड मध्ये सोडियम जास्त आहे आणि क्लोराईड आयॉन्स पण जास्त आहे, आणि इनसाइड मध्ये सोडियम कमी आहे आणि पोटॅशियम जास्त आहे. आणि ॲट द सेम टाइम नेगेटिव्ह चार्ज असलेले कार्बोनिक ऍसिड, proteins, ionic form of the proteins, amino acid, negative charged amino acid, ionic form, all this present inside. So inside automatically become negative and outside become positive. Okay, and this, due to this difference in the positive and negativity outside and inside, they're creating a potential difference. That potential difference, when the neuron not conducting any impulse, is known as what is, that is a resting potential. Okay, and this resting potential is maintained, तिथे मेंटेन तयार केले पाहिजे, ते कॉन्स्टंट मध्ये तिथे राहिले पाहिजे. त्यासाठी तिथे एक पंप ऑपरेट होतो. दॅट पंप इज नॉन एज द सोडियम पोटॅशियम पंप. Sodium potassium pump. And this sodium potassium pump, during the resting condition, it transport sodium ions outside and less potassium ions inside. So the sodium ions transporting outside more and potassium ions transporting inside less. So as a result, automatically here creating a potential difference. That potential difference is known as the resting potential. So who maintaining the resting potential? The resting potential is maintained by sodium potassium pump, and this sodium potassium pump requiring ATP. So it is an energy requiring process. The sodium potassium pump that is requiring energy, and this energy is provided by the ATP molecule. Okay, this already produced during the respiratory process. Okay, so as a result, the sodium is pumping more outside and potassium is pumping less inside. So automatically inside become negative and outside become positive. So there is a voltage gradient is taken place. Okay, so that is known as that is the reason why the resting potential is maintained continuously whenever the neuron not transmitting any impulse. Okay, so let us take how the impulse is transporting outside when the stimulus. Suppose at a particular point we given a stimulus, means सुईन असे टोचले, तर टोचल्यानंतर हा इन्फॉर्मेशन या रेस्टिंग पोटेन्शियल मध्ये असलेले न्यूरॉन मधून किंवा ऍक्सॉन मधून हा इन्फॉर्मेशन कसं पुढे जातं. सो लेट अस स्टडी द ट्रान्समिशन ऑफ द नर्व इम्पल्स. दिस इज द मेंटेनिंग ऑफ द resting potential. Okay, now we touching on this neuron. When touching on the neuron, impulse will create, and how the impulse is transmitting from one point to another point, and how it is transmitted throughout the length of the axon and it reaching to the synapse. Okay, so that is the transmission of the nerve impulse. Now just we studied only how the how the resting potential is maintained. Okay, so how it is transmitting from one point to another point, that we are going to study now. So this is a transmission of the nerve impulse. Some of the processes taken place, and these processes are the depolarization and then repolarization and again depolarization. So continuously the neuron undergoing depolarization. Already it is in the polarized condition. So this just to become opposite, then it is known as a depolarization. After the depolarization, it is coming to the original condition, that is known as repolarization. So in the neuron, when the neuron is activated or when the neuron is undergoing function, it converting from the, it transferring from the polarized state to depolarized state. When the function is over, it again come to the original condition, that is known as the repolarization. So let us see. There are different processes that are taken place during the transmission. So one of the processes is the depolarization. Depolarization. So how the depolarization taken place? Let us take the structure of the neuron. Okay, so this is the neuron. a neuron is in the resting condition, not transporting any impulse. So this is the neuron axon in the resting condition. So in the resting condition, I already told inside is positive, negative, and outside is positive. Okay. So this is the positive. Suppose we apply an impulse. So we apply an impulse here. This is the impulse. सुईनं टोचलं असं म्हणूया आपण. ओके. त्या पॉइंटवरती आपण सुईनं टोचलेलं आहे. तिथं असलेले सोडियम पोटॅशियम पंप इज प्रेझेंट दर. दिस सोडियम पोटॅशियम पंप बिकम ऍक्टिव्हेटेड. ओके. काय होणार आहे, एका पॉइंटवरती आपण टेस्ट केल्यानंतर त्या पॉइंटवरती असलेले न्यूरॉनमध्ये असलेले सोडियम पोटॅशियम पंप ऍक्टिव्हेट होणार आहे. So what actually doing this sodium potassium pump? The sodium potassium pump transport the sodium inside. So भरपूर sodium आत पाठवणार आहे. Okay. So at that time the potassium pump is closed. Potassium pump operate होणार नाही. Sodium आत पाठवतो. भरपूर sodium आत पाठवणार आहे. So as a result what happens? The negative charge that become positive. At the same time the positive charge present outside that become negative because the sodium amount lesser. As a result, the resting potential become lesser. So disturbing the resting potential. This creating a potential difference between the negative charge outside and a nearby positive charge. So here creating a potential difference. At the same time inside also creating a potential difference. So there is a circuit that will complete at the point of the अप्लाइंग द स्टिम्युलस. बरोबर ज्या ठिकाणी आपण स्टिम्युलस अप्लाय केलेलं आहे तिथं सोडियम पोटॅशियम पंप ऍक्टिव्हेट होणार आहे आणि सोडियम आत पाठवतो आणि पोटॅशियम पंप आहे ते बंद झालं असते आणि त्यामुळे सोडियमचे अमाऊंट आत वाढले. सर त्यामुळे काय होणार आहे, त्या पॉइंटवरती आपण अप्लाय केलेले स्टिम्युलस तिथं आतले नेगेटिव्ह चार्ज ते पॉझिटिव्ह होणार आहे आणि बाहेरचे पॉझिटिव्ह चार्ज ते नेगेटिव्ह होणार आहे. आणि त्याचे शेजारी असलेले त्याच्या जवळ असलेले जे रिजन आहे ते ॲक्सॉन मध्ये ते पॉझिटिव्ह बाहेर पॉझिटिव्ह राहणार आहे आणि आत नेगेटिव्ह राहणार आहे. त्यामुळे नेगेटिव्ह आणि पॉझिटिव्ह दोन्ही एका पॉईंटवरती नेगेटिव्ह दुसऱ्या पॉईंटवरती पॉझिटिव्ह, त्यामुळे इथं काय तयार होणार आहे, एक पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स तयार होणार आहे. तसं इथं सुद्धा आत सुद्धा एक पोटेन्शियल डिफरन्स तयार होणार आहे आणि इथे एक इलेक्ट्रिकल सर्क्यूट तिथं पूर्ण होणार आहे. ओके. त्या इलेक्ट्रिकल सर्क्यूटमुळे या नेगेटिव्ह मध्ये असलेले एनर्जी किंवा नेगेटिव्ह मध्ये असलेले इलेक्ट्रिक करंट हा पॉझिटिव्ह कडे जाणार आहे आणि त्यानंतर काय होणार आहे, हे पॉझिटिव्ह तिथं नेगेटिव्ह होणार आहे. ओके. हा पॉझिटिव्ह पुढे नेगेटिव्ह होणार आहे आणि आत असलेले नेगेटिव्ह आहे ते पॉझिटिव्ह होणार आहे. बिकॉज इथं सुद्धा हे सोडियम आयॉन्स भरपूर आत पाठवलेलं आहे. सर त्यावेळेला ते नेगेटिव्ह मधून इलेक्ट्रिसिटी किंवा ते करंट पुढे गेलेलं आहे आणि त्यावेळेला काय होणार आहे, हे सोडियम आयॉन्स आत आलेले सोडियम आयॉन्स आहे त्याला त्याचे अमाऊंट वाढत जाणार आहे आणि पोटॅशियम गेट ओपन होणार आहे आणि ते पोटॅशियमला बाहेर पाठवणार आहे. ओके. आणि त्यामुळे काय होतं, हे आत असलेले पॉझिटिव्ह आणि ते पुन्हा नेगेटिव्ह कडे येणार आहे आणि बाहेर असलेले नेगेटिव्ह ते पुन्हा पॉझिटिव्ह मध्ये येणार आहे. दॅट इज नॉन एज द रिपोलरायझेशन. म्हणजे डिपोलरायझेशन होतो आणि त्यानंतर रिपोलरायझेशन होणार आहे. रिपोलरायझेशन म्हणजे त्याच्या ओरिजिनल कंडिशन मध्ये परत येणं. दॅट इज नॉन एज द रिपोलरायझेशन. Okay. So like that this positive negative again here potential difference creating, again inside also potential difference creating, and this electrical wave transfer from one point to another point. So as a result here is a waves of the electrical conduction or the impulse conduction is creating, and this information is transferring from point to point. At each point the polarity will change, the positive become negative and negative become positive, and immediately when the information impulse transfer to the next point and this negative positivity again become negative and this negativity again become positive, that is known as a repolarization. So this depolarization and a repolarization making a waves of the transfer of the information impulse, waves of impulse that transfer from point to point to point, and finally it reaching to what is it reaching to the synapse. So when synapse it reaches to the synapse, there is a gap. So in this gap, information cannot transfer to the next neuron. So it is requiring chemical transmission that we already studied in the last lecture. Okay. So that is the depolarization and repolarization. And here also sodium potassium pump is maintaining this difference, that is potential difference is maintaining by the sodium potassium channel, sodium potassium pump. There is also ligand channel also present there. We already told the ligand channel, and this ligand channel is also opening sodium and potassium whenever necessary. Okay, so in this way the sodium potassium pump is operating and the sodium is transmitting inside and potassium is transmitting outside, and this point become negative and then positive, then negative, then positive. So like that it undergoing continuously depolarization and repolarization, and this information is transferring up to the synapse. Okay, so that is the conduction of the nerve impulse. Okay, so there is a problem in the case of the myelinated neuron. You know, myelinated neuron. Myelinated neuron means suppose this is the neuron and this is the axon. In the myelinated neuron, there is a myelin sheath present outside. So this myelin sheath, if present, it is known as a medullated neuron. Okay, so in the myelin sheath, only the node of Ranvier, you know, this is node of Ranvier. Only the node of Ranvier have no myelin sheath. So only at the place of the node of Ranvier, this electrical potential will change and the nerve conduction taken place by this depolarization and repolarization mechanism. Okay, so myelin sheath it is different because myelin sheath present, so this polarity cannot change and information cannot transmit like this method, depolarization and repolarization at the place of the myelin sheath. Okay, when the information or the impulse reaching to the node of Ranvier, only in the node of Ranvier the depolarization and the repolarization taking place. So actually what happens when the information reached to the node of Ranvier, and this information or impulse will jump. So from this node of Ranvier, it will jump to the another point. So this type of the jumping of the information impulse is known as the saltatory effect. So already we explained that point, saltatory. So saltatory conduction, this is known as a saltatory conduction. Saltatory conduction taken place in the myelinated neurons, and the speed, hence the speed of conduction in the myelinated neuron is more than comparing to the non-medullated neurons. Okay, so it is near about 50 times more in the medullated neuron. The rate of conduction is 50 times more than non-medullated neuron. Or if you take the ratio 50:1, medullated and non-medullated. Medullated made 50 times more and non-medullated made 50 times less. So 50:1 ratio, medullated and non rate of conduction of the impulse in the medullated and non-medullated neuron. Okay, so let us take a summary of this process, this nerve conduction. A beautiful summary is given in the textbook, state board textbook. So how the information is passing. Let us take the summary. So actually, I will take the diagram here, and using this diagram we can explain. Okay. So this is the summary. It's actually very nicely represented in the NCR, the state board textbook. So what is this actually showing? Application of the stimulus on the resting nerve. So here we are applying the torch, the suine torch name as a high application. So the application of the on the application of the stimuli on the resting nerve. So when the stimuli is applied, the permeability of the membrane will change. So the permeability of the membrane will change and it become more permeable to sodium ions. More sodium ions sodium ions diffuse into the neuron from the extracellular fluid. Sodium ions the next number of the positive ions inside the axons increase. That positive ions sodium ions then membrane potential change from -17, that is a resting potential, to about positive 30 millivolt, near about the positive 30 to positive 50 millivolt, and this change in the membrane potential is called action potential. So the action potential there. Okay, since the polarity has been reversed from the negative to outside and positive inside, it is also called depolarization. त्याला आपण नेगेटिव्हिटी आणि पॉझिटिव्हिटी बदलते, त्याला काय म्हणायचं आहे, त्याला आपण डिपोलरायझेशन म्हणायचं आहे. सध्या आता त्यानंतर रिपोलरायझेशन होणार आहे. ॲट द पीक ऑफ द ॲक्शन पोटेन्शियल एकदम पीकमध्ये गेले, पॉझिटिव्ह 30 किंवा नियर अबाउट पॉझिटिव्ह 50 मिली पर्यंत गेले. द सोडियम चॅनल्स सोडियम चॅनल क्लोज करणार आहे आणि पोटॅशियम गेट ओपन करणार आहे. इथं पोटॅशियम गेट ओपन होणार आहे. दिस मेम्ब्रेन्स बिकम मोर परमेबल टू पोटॅशियम. सो मेम्ब्रेन बिकम मोर परमेबल टू पोटॅशियम. पोटॅशियम आयॉन्स डिफ्यूज आउट ऑफ द ॲक्सॉन, त्यातून बाहेर जाणार आहे, पोटॅशियम बाहेर जाणार आहे. ओके, द इनसाइड द मेम्ब्रेन become less positive and it become negative once again. पुन्हा हे नेगेटिव्ह आत नेगेटिव्ह होणार आहे, म्हणजे रिपोलरायझेशन. ओके, द एक्सोप्लाझम इनसाइड बिकम नेगेटिव्हली चार्जड and extracellular fluid become again positively charged respectively. That is a resting condition. So this depolarization and repolarization is continuously taken place, and it is causing the waves of the impulse, and this impulse transfer from point to point, and finally it reaching to the axon terminal end, and there synapse helping for the transmission either by mechanical or by chemical. Okay, so that is the nerve conduction. So in the next lecture we will study the further. Thank you very much.